What is going on, Hive Warriors? It's your boy Edward V. What if I told you there was a biological and internal force fighting you to keep you at the weight that you currently are at now, or around that weight? What if I also told you that maybe you can fight that and change the dynamics of your hormones so that you don't have to be a slave to that biological force? Well, that's the body set point theory. We're gonna go ahead and break that down in this video. Stay tuned. Alright guys, quickly before we start, this video is brought to you by yours truly, Fledge Fitness and the Fledge Fitness Jump Rope. If you haven't gotten yours yet, what are you waiting for? With an ergonomic design, aluminum handle, and swivel design, you can't go wrong with the Fledge Fitness Jump Rope. Only $16.50. You can click on the top right hand corner of this video or down in the description box below. And of course, as always guys, thank you so much for your support. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So it is very important for people to understand that this concept, the body set point theory, is just that, a theory. We do see that this is something that could be in the works because of things that happen on a consistent basis per individual person. So we see that the weight, there's specific weights that they hang around at. No matter if they gain too much weight, they'll come back to that weight. Or no matter if they lose weight, they'll come back to that weight. And they see that there are things happening for your body to stay at a set point. But there are many things that we do not know about the body set point, because it is not a hardline rule, it is a theory. But let's talk about what this body set point theory is. It is basically a bunch of complex regulatory factors that are inside your body, biologically and hormonally, trying to keep you at a specific weight. For example, we know for a fact that your metabolism slows down as you lose weight. We know that for a fact. And that is your body trying to be efficient with the weight loss. It's also you reducing weight, so you're not carrying the same amount of weight around, but it does reduce more than it should based on that weight drop. Why does this happen? We don't know. That falls into that pool of the body set point theory. The theory is that your body wants to be at a specific weight, and no matter what you do, even if you go up or down, it tries to pull you back into that set point weight. And then everything else is just a conglomerate of things that are working against you to get you back to your set point. For example, the hypothalamus is a region in the brain that receives signals from different parts of your body. One of the things that send out signals to your brain are your fat cells. Now, I find this to be an interesting topic because not a lot of people actually understand how fat works. I've actually had people try to argue with me that fat cells are not a thing and that fat is just gunk that stays inside of your body. And that floored me, that people really don't understand how fat works and how it's stored. We accumulate a certain amount of fat cells until the age of about 21. We then at that point get stuck at a specific amount of fat cell numbers. Fat cells are not what makes you fat, by the way. Fat cells are either enlarged because they have fatty acids inside of them, or they shrink when they release fatty acids for energy, and they stay there. They do not go away. Even someone who is at 0 body fat percentage still has billions of fat cells all over his body, waiting to be filled with fatty acids so that they could expand. The fat that you see happens when multiple fat cells expand with fatty acids, so much so that it becomes enough for you to visually see it on the outside of your body. But that's how fat works. They're fat cells that either fill or shrink based on you being at an energy surplus or a energy deficit at any given moment. For you to have more of them shrink than more of them inflate with fatty acids, you have to be at a net negative energy balance per day to achieve that. But the thing is that those fat cells, be it shrunk or expanded, send signals to your brain. So if you build more fat cells over time, before you hit the age of 21, you might already be at somewhat of a disadvantage with multiple fat cells sending signals to your brain that it wants to eat. You have to think about it like this. For the sake of simplicity, if you have 100 fat cells telling your brain, hey, I want to eat, and someone else only carries 50 fat cells and 50 of them are sending signals to your brain that they want to eat, the 100 is going to be more potent and more powerful than the 50. So your fat cells, how much of fat cells that you've accumulated matter and can fall into this entire conglomerate of the body set point theory. You have to understand, it's not a one thing. It's not a thing that it's just one reason why it goes there. It's essentially an orchestra of things that are happening in your body against you. For example, your leptin will decrease, which means you won't know initially when you're full, and it might take some time for that signal to go to your brain. Ghrelin may increase to make you hungrier. Fatigue may increase to make you expend less energy. All of these moving parts, metabolism going down, fat cells sending signals to eat, leptin reducing so that you can overeat, ghrelin increasing so that you're hungry all the time or for the majority of the time, fatigue going up so that you're not expending the energy now that you are storing. All of these things create the body set point theory. Why scientists believe that there is a weight that your body's constantly trying to keep you at. If you notice, there is roughly a weight that you kind of are always at. Even if you are successful with weight loss, a few months pass and you may fall back around that weight. But no matter how undisciplined you are, you don't really get too far from that weight because your body isn't asking for any more food. It wants to keep you at that specific weight. Now, can you change this? Scientists believe that yes, you can. Even though it's a theory, they do see people be able to shift this within biologically, hormonally. You have to do a few things. One, there is reduction of weight slowly losing weight so that you can get your body to be comfortable in every level of that weight loss. So not engaging in rapid weight loss. And another thing is doing your very best, which is essentially fighting all of your urges to stay in that new set point that you've created for yourself for a very long period of time. If you can do that, you can shift the dynamics of your body and then your body can rest at this new set point. But you really have to be disciplined to pull that off. But even that is a theory in and of itself. So just keep in mind, it isn't a smoking gun. We don't know this to be true, but the circumstantial evidence of all of these different things cascading against you show us that there is a possibility that there is a body set point happening within ourselves, within each and every one of you, that is connected to your hormonal and biological regulatory complex systems. I hope this was incredibly insightful, and also I hope it doesn't feel like doom and gloom, because although they theorize that there's a body set point system, they also theorize that you can change your body set point. It just takes a lot of focus, determination, and hard work. Of course, as always, I want to thank my patrons for my Patreon. I'm going to go ahead and put their names right up here. As always, guys, I'll see you on Sunday for another FAQ. Peace!